wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Face, yeah, Moseby St, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flair, sun up, baby.
Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, and I'm back with another one. Listen, you know we usually do this on Mondays, but the reason I did not do this on a Monday is because My girl, Akila, like police, whatever you guys, Kamala, whatever you guys like to call her in the chat. Her grandmother passed away this Monday. So me mostly, but we did 10 hours to Ohio Sunday midday. So Sunday at 1, we did 10 hours to Ohio. She got to say her final words to her grandma, turned back around, came back. We left at 6 a.m. Ohio time. Got here at 6 o'clock, and I had to get all this set up for me and the Afterglow show. So we've been running. All right, we've been running. All right, we do this. All right, I love what I do, and I love my girl, but we go both ways. All right, so no. Pause. That's a pause. But listen. If you want to give anything to my girl, please, she said, please send her any donations to her Cash App, Akila. If you want $5, $10, $2, $3, you know what I'm saying? If you want to write a note and just say, condolences or whatever, appreciate that. We really appreciate it. We really, really do. We appreciate the community, appreciate the support. I know I go back and forth with you guys all the time, but listen, I appreciate the community. I appreciate everybody who supports us and everything that we do. And we try to be as transparent as possible. You know what I'm saying? We can't tell y'all everything, but we tell you as much as what's going on with us. So appreciate that. All right. So if you want to give, please give to my girl. Her donation is that's on Akila. All right. So without further ado, let me bring my co-host up, my boy, Kobe Hemingway.
What up, what?
What's up, man? Listen.
You made that last statement. I thought your DMs was about to be lit.
Yeah. You know, the alphabet gang ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I am a one-woman man, okay? Oh,
okay.
I'm trying. This is new for me. You know what I'm saying? Because my old ways.
Never mind.
My old ways, I was out there. You know what I'm saying? I was bagging them. You know what I'm saying? You look at me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Careful.
Black Baron. Oh, that's what they call me. You know what I'm saying? Sweet Willie.
Okay.
I'm done. Listen, the only reason I'm acting a fool because she's out at the mall right now. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I'm acting.
I'm like, boy. I was like, let me duck.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm acting a plum fool right now. But that was Sweet Willie. Yeah, he's covered that. Hey, what's good, man? Listen, before I go, man, I can't really eat whole foods because I got my mouth done. So I had to hit that old Kanye. I drink a Boost for breakfast and Ensure for dessert.
That's good, man. It's like you fasting and everything.
Not because I want to, though. That's what I'm going to make that very clear. Not because I want to. Oh, God forbid. It's not because I want to. It's because my teeth hurt. So shout out to you, Dr. Lori Wilson. I'll come to see you on Thursday to get all this handled, and I'm gonna get right so I can eat right. All right. So, but hey, Kofi, how was your Easter?
It was off the chain, man. We had great church, great service. The Lord showed up, and we had some good food after, man. It was great.
That's what's up. So let's get it. Let's start there. Easter traditions.
OMG.
Easter traditions. Now listen, I'm gonna say this. Before my mama was really saved, okay, like because you got that period where you just going to church just because you going to church, and then my mom became like saved. So now she ushering, you know what I'm saying? Like,
ooh, Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? So before my mama was saved, that's the literally like listen, this is like a church holiday. If you don't go
sir.
No other day, you gotta go.
Let me explain. All right. So the first Easter tradition for especially young Black men or little boys is to get you an Easter suit. Now I could care less about an Easter suit at age 2 or 3. Okay. But I look back at my pictures and I was like, man, I had a bow tie, bro. Nice, clean suit.
Press.
Boy, Joker was shot with some Buster Brown shoes.
What are Buster Browns?
Boy, that used to be the brand right there, boy. Buster Brown.
I don't know what Buster Brown is.
Buster Brown, boy. Ooh, Jesus, boy. You get you some Buster Brown shoes, you was off the chain.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
That's
so
little boy shoes.
So that's for me, how I would look. Mama, I don't know what. Listen. So before suspenders were cool, because we all know 90s babies, we know suspenders were not cool. Okay, let's be very clear. I want to, because nowadays kids got the overalls and stuff. That was not cool when you was a little. Now, if you was an older person in the 90s, that's probably the style. Young, you was getting clowned. Okay, so my mom was a suspender. Anytime she could put me in suspenders, and I'm not talking about like the cool suspenders. I'm talking about like the Payless suspenders that were real stretchy and were brown and ugly and stuff like that. Boy, my pants up, man. Couldn't stand it,
bruh. Look, so that's one, but that's for the dudes. But for the girls, holy moly, the Easter curls and the hot comb.
Oh, yeah, the ones that be drooping. The
Easter curls and the hot comb. Let me say that again. The Easter curls and the hot comb, along with your Easter dress and the bows at the top. You had to be off chain. I got a story for you, Demetria. I've got a story for you. Hold that thought right there. All right. So, let me get right into this story. So, I'm grown. And, I was taking my daughter. We were on tour doing the play, Church Mess. And we toured and we visited different churches to partner with them and give them discounted tickets. So my daughter was with me and she happened to be like 4, right? So after church, they said, okay, we're going to have an Easter egg hunt. It's like, all right. So they hid the little eggs. My daughter, with her anointed self, went and found the egg with $100 bill in it. Do you know them people came up to us after church talking about, y'all don't go to our church and everything, and we ain't trying to be funny, but
no.
I said, what? I was like, I was like, never mind.
Y'all gave it back?
Yeah, we gave it back.
Oh, heck no. I don't even.
We gave it back. But I was just like, nerve of you ninjas.
Now, my mama, she right here in this chat too. My mama, if I found $100, my mama was like, now, where was that? Who said keep it?
Bruh, I was like, holy moly. Now, where I used to teach tennis in Atlanta at Sugarloaf, off of Stonebriar, they had an Easter egg hunt for the neighborhood. Now, mind you, this is where Mike Vick and all those, all the superstars. Yeah, it would have been some whole thing. I felt like it, but I couldn't do it because my daughter and then. Now, if my wife had been there, that would have been a different story. That would have been a totally different deal. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, damn, I just spit that. My bad. All right. So they gave away iPhones in the darn Easter eggs. Yes, sir. I was like, can I go and be a part?
How big is the Easter egg if they're giving out iPhones?
It was like this. It was huge. Like you find like the golden egg or the silver egg at Sugarloaf.
Oh man,
bruh, you could get you an iPhone. They was giving away $100 bills.
Yeah,
all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh man,
really got one of her to find. I was leaving with her.
Listen, don't stop my blessing. You know about to stop my blessing. So let's get it. Let's keep it pushing, right? So did you see the Mary and Bebe Cece Winans version?
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna say this very clearly, and I want people to listen very closely. If anybody says Bebe and Cece Winans makes gospel music, they a damn lie. Because that was not, listen, out of 15 songs, 2 of them Bama said God. Have you seen the Tyler Perry? Have you seen the Tyler Perry play where he's like, oh, I want some of your good loving Jesus? That's exactly what that is it. People go so hard on Kirk Franklin and they say that his music is crossover. At least it got Jesus all.
Look, Bebe and Cece set the bar. They were going through holy you know what, because they were raised in the grand old church of God in Christ. So they everything that you saying, they done already heard that before, and they like, just give me my check. Put me on Video Soul for I was like, I'm good. But for me, I'm a Mary type of guy.
Hell yeah.
You know, when Shackles came out, bro, I was like, the shackles on my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise you.
What you want to do?
What?
Or what you want to do?
Shackles took me in, bro. I was like, oh, we got to do that on the praise team. Let's do that next Sunday. We was out there on the praise team doing Shackles.
Man, listen, man. I was so disappointed because I'd never really heard Bebe and Cece Winans before. I didn't even, a Key, my girl Key from head to toe, she saved. She gospel. She know all the quartets,
right,
for all that stuff. So I really didn't know who Bebe and Cece was. So when I'm listening to it, I'm like, babe, I don't hear nothing about Jesus.
Now, Heaven was a good song.
It was a good song.
I like Addictive Love.
That ain't got nothing to do with Jesus.
But I'm just saying, now you couldn't, it literally crossed over because they didn't say Jesus.
That's R&B. All they're doing is R&B without, listen, they're doing Teddy Pendergrass.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. They're doing Teddy Pendergrass,
and all they're not doing is telling you what we gonna do to you.
Baby,
around
look, it's the God in me.
God
in me.
You think I'm so fresh? You think listen, you're not messing with me. Mary's like the TLC of gospel, okay?
They're beyond TLC, because TLC couldn't sing.
Whoa. The disrespect. The disrespect. Okay.
I love them.
Don't
Mary sings circles around TLC.
It's not about singing, the impact, okay? It's about
okay, I got you. The impact. All right. The impact.
Group.
All right.
The group.
Glad you cleared that up.
Don't disrespect, okay? Don't my girl T-Boss. We're not doing that today.
Okay. All right.
I'll shut this live down. Shut this live down. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. You will not disrespect T-Boss on here. Okay? Shoot. Not everybody can. Everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't able. Okay? Just want to make that very clear.
Mary is, vocally, they're great. They're phenomenal. Anybody that can, just hit the runs the way that they did, like they can take you from gospel, straight gospel, traditional gospel. They can take you to contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
Cece was in that whole Whitney Houston vibe. And so was Bebe. Bebe kind of tried to be a Teddy Pendergrass without the deep.
And then, hold up. And then Cece over there looking on her phone at the lyrics. If that ain't a violation, I don't know what is. As soon as you pull up your phone to read lyrics, you lost. You lost, in my opinion. So all I want to say is Cece and Bebe, you lost. All that talking Bebe was doing, you lost. All right. And shout out, yeah, she's right. Cece's solo career is really more she's super gospel solo wise. So totally agree. The group, they R&B all day long. They R&B. You can't tell me no different. Listen, man. If I had a machine gun sound like
look.
Listen, bro. I want to hold on before you go. Y'all, I want to make this very clear. All right. Y'all Bamas don't scare me, Alabama State. You know what's funny? I ain't never listen, in the past 24 hours, I have gotten so many followers from Alabama State fans on Twitter. Y'all Bamas ain't talking about nothing. When y'all weren't getting no recruits and your coach was still a real estate agent, which he still is, all right? You weren't doing all this talking. I need you to keep that same energy when everything goes down. Okay? I need you to keep that same, because I'm going to keep my energy. I need y'all Bamas to keep the same energy. And I'm going to handle y'all accordingly, because I told you I was going to spin the block back around y'all. I'm going to spin the block. I think it's a game
at
right here.
At the end of the day, now, I've always said, I said that Bama State has everything you need to be top tier. They've got great facilities. They've got a solid alumni base. And they've got the backing of some people that can really provide necessary resources for the program.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they're in the East and they're behind, and they're gonna have to really, really, really come with it, even with all of the changes and all of the additions that they have.
Mm-hmm.
The East is like ridiculously tough.
It is.
It is still ridiculously tough. You're gonna have to beat Jackson State. You're gonna have to beat FAMU. You're gonna have to beat Alabama A&M and they transfers. You're gonna have to beat Mississippi Valley and they transfers.
Yeah.
And quiet as it's kept.
Bethune too.
Bethune last year was it was a space, but that space is over. And Cookman's going to be, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna beat everybody because they're not, but they're gonna be
They're gonna be tough out.
They're gonna be tougher.
They're gonna be tough out. Listen, even when I was interviewing Coach Sims and I was doing the research on Bethune, they were 1-score games. These dudes were not getting, and listen, the offense was atrocious. It was literally Kamari Everett or bust. That's literally what it was. They had no quarterback. They had a running back and an all-world tight end.
And let me say this to all of my Montgomeryans and everybody like that. Montgomery is a nice place. People like coming to your stadium.
It is.
So
really
please know, Jackson State's going to pack that stadium. It's going to be Alabama State will have more people, but Jackson State will be represented. FAMU is going to definitely be represented. It's going to be beyond epic proportions from anything that we've done prior to, just because it's just 3 hours away. And they're right up the street from Atlanta. So all of our ATL people going to be there. The Tallahassee people finna be there. The Bama people finna be. It's going to be nuts. It could be about 30,000 at that game.
Easy. So my thing is this. What do you get? Because, I love math. If I can't do nothing else, I'm going to do some math, right?
Oh, Jesus.
What do you get when you add Alabama State with a real estate agent? Okay? You get 2 beastie recruits. I'll give you that. Listen, I'll give you your respect when respect's due. Listen, this Demetrius Davis situation is probably the linebacker. If I'm being honest, a whole buck. If you got him, cool. If you didn't, I like your linebacker core. All right. Bubba needed to stay healthy. If Bubba stayed healthy, you wouldn't really have much of an issue. It's a great addition. It's always great to have depth. But the linebacker issue wasn't the thing. Defense for Alabama State has never been a problem for me in the personnel that they have. The quarterback situation is another thing. Okay? Ryan Nettles, step back. I like Crawley, but you can't trust him. Joe Owens, I like Joe Owens Jr. as well, but you just couldn't trust these guys. And offensively, I still don't know what your scheme is going to look like. But I tell you one thing, once I go back, I'm going to watch some more film on Demetrius Davis. But let me tell you this. Everybody that I talk to from because I got family in Texas, everybody that I talk to about this kid is special. Okay? And if you don't have a guy that's at the center position that's special, the rest of that stuff can go. The rest of that stuff can absolutely go. What do you got on the but hey, listen.
No, bro. We've already talked about the fact that they've had probably one of the top 3 offensive lines in the SWAC. With them returning, the problem and the issue was going to come down to their QB play.
Your facts.
Demetrius Davis is definitely a great get, but the defenses that they got to face, bro, are going to be extremely brutal. So it's not going to be a cakewalk. It's just not.
I'll say this.
I expect them to be improved, but A&M, FAMU, Valley, Jackson State, and Cookman, Plus, I don't even know who they play in the West. Who they play in the West?
I don't know. I don't care.
Right now. They play Prairie View, and
Nobody cares. It's about
What's
you gotta win. You gotta win your division. Oh my God, I forgot. All conference games matter. My bad. I keep thinking like it's like an East. If you win the East, like, but you gotta win all conference games matter. I keep forgetting about that. I don't like that, but whatever. But my thing is this, right? With Demetrius Davis. This is my thing, and I'm gonna let this go. We're gonna move on. With Demetrius, you know, well, I'll say in general, when you're playing Jackson State, you gotta have a quarterback. Okay, that's numero uno. If you don't got a quarterback, the rest of that stuff don't even matter. I don't give a damn about you running the ball. It don't matter when it comes to Jackson State because they're going to make you have to make throws. If you can't make throws, you're going to lose the game. Point blank, period. You're not going to see a team do as much man press all year other than Jackson State. So if this boy can make throws and they can run the option well, it's going to be deadly. And going back to Bethune, listen, I'm never going to be a big fan of Jalen Jones's arm, but I know one thing, that boy runs an official 4-4, okay? He ain't. So that RPO system is going to be big. So listen, at the end of the day, in the East, to beat Jackson State, your quarterback has to make throws. We'll see if this guy can make throws. All right, listen, coming up next, my boy Blue. Give it up, boy Blue.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, Blue?
What's up? What's up? How are y'all?
What's up, man?
Chilling, bro.
Oh,
You know when I bring on the boy wonder. You know we gotta talk some FCS football and overall. So listen, Howard to the CAA. Blue, I'll give you your first thoughts because you are a guest and you are, the host of the infamous The Bluebloods. So please tell us your opinions on Howard, and then Kofi is on you.
I mean, for me, it's not surprising. I mean, as soon as the CAA added North Carolina A&T and Hampton, I knew that Howard, South Carolina State, Norfolk State were getting calls. They were going to expansion. As soon as the CAA lost James Madison, they knew that if they stood flat-footed, they were going to get picked off because the SoCon, the OVC, the Big South were getting desperate, and the CAA didn't want to, have to go up against them. So what did they do? They went out and were very aggressive. They grabbed Monmouth, they grabbed North Carolina A&T, they grabbed Hampton, now they grabbed Howard. And I think they're going to add one more teams. I think their ultimate goal is to get 16 football teams in that conference and do a complete North and complete South division to kind of help with travel costs where all the South teams play against each other. And you only got to go up to Maine or one of those places once, maybe twice a year, depending on how the schedule works out. But for me, it makes sense. But the big question, man, the one take back that I would have about it is, are you going to invest in athletics? Because Howard has a huge deficit compared to the Delawares, compared to the Villanovas in terms of athletic spending. And I don't know how they can overcome it. Dr. Cavill had a great segment on that on his show. But listen, if it works, it's going to be great. I think for basketball, it works. When you look at the seeding, I believe the CAA champion was like the 13th or 14th seed in the NCAA tournament. So the conference has a lot of respect in terms of competitiveness. But for me, if you don't invest in athletics, you're going to get eaten alive. Like, I mean, when I'm talking about eaten alive, I mean drug week in and week out in every sport, because the CAA is not an easy conference to play in. People think it was just James Madison. Villanova was a top 8 seed this year, got a bye week in the playoffs. Delaware in the spring season was just in the Final Four in football and lost by 1 touchdown to South Dakota State to go play Sam Houston for the Natty. There are legit teams in here. Monmouth ran through the Big South just 2 years ago, so there's some real competition here. So are you going to invest? That's the big question. But geographically and everything else, I think it fits.
All right, Mr. Kofi Hemingway. So you being a former MEAC guy, you know what I'm saying? Now you're a SWAC guy. How did your thoughts of Howard going to the CAA?
It's not surprising. It's disappointing, but it's not surprising. Ultimately, we've been talking about the end of the MEAC for some time. I will say this. I'm going to open up by saying this about Howard. Howard is a big disappointment to me, primarily because they've got the resources to be phenomenal athletically, and they have never taken advantage of their A-list celebrities, their contacts, their resources to invest in athletics, and it's sad. And it's, for me, I find it ridiculous because they are in a very talent-rich area. Even if they said, okay, screw football, we're not going to be great in football. The basketball area in Virginia and Maryland and DC should be absolutely off the chain. But I can't tell you.
Hold on. Slow down. I want the fans to bask in that. I need the fans to understand what you just said. DMV, you're good with me. All right, go ahead.
The basketball talent that is in Maryland, Virginia, and DC is absolutely phenomenal. For Howard, with all of their prestige, to not have a championship in the last 5-10 years in men's basketball is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. And it speaks to the fact that they have not invested in their program. Now, they are a sleeping giant. You know, for years, Howard was the largest HBCU. They've got the alumni base to be phenomenal. They've got the media prowess right there in DC, and one of the greatest media capitals, you know, right there in the world, to capitalize on their availability. Plus, they're not that far from New York. So they should be able to take that, to take their brand and expand on it. But the problem is they haven't had the leadership. Their alumni could care less, and they're a sleeping giant that's going to stay asleep.
Okay, so you know me, I'm gonna kind of give my viewpoints from both of you guys because you know, Blue, the walking encyclopedia, you being a former MEAC guy, not swag guy. My thing is this, right? And I'm gonna kind of toss it back to both of y'all. If Kofi, if you're saying Howard didn't care about athletics, right? And they're never really so to me, and Blue, you can come in here at any time. To me, it's just saying, listen, we're tired of what the MEAC is doing to us, and we're tired of the, you know what I'm saying, of what is going on. We see our rivals, because Blue, we talked about that earlier in the week. I see my rivals over here kicking it. We don't really care about athletics anyway. I'd rather just go kick it with them and be in a conference and just be a fly on the wall. If you're telling me they don't care about athletics, and then Blue, you're saying if they don't put money into athletics, they gonna get drugged. So it looks like Howard's just willing to be a fly on the wall and just say, hey, we here.
Unfortunately, that has always been their mentality. And I can't say that the only real, like they say, okay, we got a rival. I'm like, who is they freaking rival? Like Morgan State's right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for me, like that game should draw at least 40 or 50,000 in the DMV. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
They barely get 10 for that game. Then they play Hampton. That's the bougie classic, right? All the bougie people coming. You know, they barely get 15,000 in a great, you know, in a nice, I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Well, we got money.
When they play Grambling in New York, they get over 30. But that's New York, and that's the Grambling brand, etc. Yeah. But Howard could care less about athletics. They could care less because, again, if this had been a Southern, a FAMU, a Grambling, or a Jackson State, our alumni would be like going through, like Twitter would just be. But have you seen Twitter buzzing? Has Howard gone viral?
No,
they don't care. Have they been knocking you up, Scotty, regarding anything that you said?
They never do.
Have they inboxed you?
Nah, but I would love to get some.
Puffy inboxed you.
Listen, if I got some Howard alums on my side, that's some real.
They care less, bro.
That's some real money. Yeah, what you got, Blue?
I mean, you know, that's kind of the narrative that I heard. I know there were some Howard alums in BJ's Twitter space last night, and they were very critical of how the upper, I guess, management of Howard looked at athletics. But according to everyone, there's been a little bit of a shift. I know the president's retiring too, which also makes the move in the conferences a little weird as well, that the president is going to be stepping away. I think it's by 2024. Mm-hmm. If someone corrects me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe that's what they were saying, is that he is stepping away. But when I look at it from the CAA's point of view, it all makes sense. You get the Howard brand, which is one of the bigger brands just academically in women's basketball. They were in the tournament. Sadly, they ran into Don Staley's monstrous team, and no one was beating them. But they get all the perks of Howard. But for me, Howard isn't going to get any of the perks of the CAA unless they're committed. But for me, I have a little bit of hope because I'm Scotty, as much as you say they moved and they're not committed to athletics, I'm hoping the move at least inspires them, because they might have been, what were they, 2-8 last year or 2-9 in the MEAC?
Yeah.
I'm talking about it, Scotty, and Kofi. If they don't invest, I'm talking about they could be 0-12 for like 3 or 4 straight seasons. So I'm hoping, for me, that's enough motivation to at least increase a little bit, right? I mean, you can't be going 0-12.
These jokers had probably one of the best coaches in FCS with London. Like, if they had London, my tune would be a little different. It'll be a lot different. I think that the coach that they have now is good, but the problem is, again, I have not seen the backing. Now, with the right leadership at Howard, they could literally, all of this could very easily shift. All of this could very easily shift. It might take a 2-year reign with the right leadership, but all of this could very easily shift. I remember when A&T sucked. Like, they lost like 40 some odd straight games. Everybody was like, and what? It'd be sunshine. Even the greatest homecoming was great. It was just like, Lord, we're going to lose again. But they got the leadership right. The president came. They got the infrastructure and the university right. Things began to shift and change. And now they're relevant in just about all of their sports, because of leadership. That's really the thing, because they are now invested in their athletic success as well as their academic success. The sky's the limit for A&T, and it could be the same thing for Howard, but I'm not convinced. So until
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say
that's
this.
for the Bison.
This is what I would say. If I was, and I'm gonna just be 100%. I'm looking at schools in the SWAC that don't have half our endowment and care more about football than athletics. Than academics. So I'm like, we ain't doing nothing wrong. We got the money. Y'all Bama's down there struggling, and we don't care about athletics, and we good up here. So mind your own business. Like, that's what if I was Howard, that's how I would feel. I'm just being real with y'all. If I was Howard,
that's their attitude. They said that they gonna come to their game with their furs on, their bougie stuff, their polos, all of the stuff that they wear. They gonna be fly. The hair's gonna be done. The grease still gonna step. It's gonna be great.
Man,
but they can care less.
I'll be there. I'll be there with my church fan. I'll be like, you poor folk. I would not care what y'all talking about.
Look, my favorite actress, Felicia Rashad, is over the whole acting school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I had like the biggest crush on Felicia Rashad. Like, we went out to LA for the LA Laker thing, and Magic Johnson, everybody was there. We met Ahmad Rashad, and we were performing everything. So we met Ahmad. We was like, he was so nice and cool.
Yeah.
And our dudes just went up to him and said, hey, dog, where your wife at? Like, where Felicia at? Is she brown? Like, people just wanted to get to Felicia, because she was so beautiful, man, and just regal. And her communication, like, even when she would tell off the Cosby kids, it would be like, wow, I really felt that. And for her to be over that whole school with just the research, bruh, Howard could run it, like, literally. But they don't care.
I don't need to care. Why would I care about something we winning? Y'all think we really winning.
Look, they don't even have bathrooms at their stadium, bro. They don't have bathrooms.
Listen.
Like, they don't have bathrooms. They don't even have concessions. Listen, bro.
You have to remember the Titans. Karen, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna open my checkbook up and I'm gonna squash you with it. You know why? $800 million. Can you say that? Can you? No, look, you can't. You're broke.
Look, they could care less, bro. They could care. They care less. They care less.
Howard over
we
there
used to have some of the biggest arguments in the MEAC with Howard people, and it would be that's exactly how they are. They are just like that.
Which are broke
like that. And God forbid, listen, God forbid we freaking lose to them. OMG. It was like, holy moly. Please tell me you didn't lose to Howard. They don't even care. And we lost?
Come on, man.
Are you kidding me?
Bougie capital. You know how we do it. We are affluent up there in the DMV, and they gonna still be like this with your broke ass. Okay?
Look, and they got outhouses at the stadium.
Don't care.
They got no concessions.
Don't care.
They don't care.
Because we still got more money than you. If it, like my mama said, if I wanted it, I can buy it. Okay. Come on, man. Like, stop it with your broke ass.
Just a bunch of people. Get your fan out, Scotty, because that's all the game is. When Howard and Hampton play, get your fan. That's all it is right there. And how are you?
Hey, Howard is straight Bridgerton, the black Bridgerton. They are. Oh my God.
All day.
Love it. I love it. Hey, listen, Blue. Okay, what happens to the MEAC? And Blue, I want you to. I'm gonna give you a whole circle of it, Blue, because I saw your pod thing. I thought that was super dope. So talk about that just a little bit. But what you see them disbanding, you see them alliancing, because for me, you got 5 teams, so you can't get into the, you're not going to get into the FCS playoffs. You can't get an automatic qualifier for the NCAA. They're still trying to do the Celebration Bowl. What what do you see happening for the MEAC?
I mean, for me, what is the MEAC supposed to do? Because one, none of the D2 teams are ready to move up. I mean, really and true. Like, if we're looking at it, or is anyone at D2 that you guys know ready to step into FCS and be successful? I'm really and truly. And on top of that, I do think Savannah State's failure is making a lot of people nervous, because Savannah State, left the MEAC in 2017?
Yeah,
I believe so. That's still really, really recent. So who's going to take a chance? And when you're moving from D2 to FCS, if you're looking at, let's just take all 15, I believe it's 15 now, conference of the FCS. For me, if I'm a D2 team, the MEAC might be the last choice. Right there with like the Pioneer, which is like non-scholarship. Like, you're looking for stability, you're looking for progress, you're looking for innovation. I don't think does the MEAC have any of that right now. For an up and coming D2 team. I don't think anyone's going to get excited to move up. Then you take pretty much adding a PWI off the table. Nobody is down for that. So that takes about 85% of the potential moves you can make off the table. And so really and truly, your 2 moves are, we're going to try to struggle by with 5 teams in football, or we're going to have to disband. And I don't think combining all 5 teams with the SWAC makes sense. It doesn't make sense. There's no value adding Morgan State to the SWAC.
Facts.
Who is traveling from Texas Southern to Morgan State for a road game? Nobody. And FAMU travels really well. I don't even think FAMU fans would be excited to travel to Morgan State. It's not going to happen. And then on top of that, I don't think there's going to be fans who are looking to travel to NCCU or Norfolk State. That's still a long way to go. And so combining with the SWAC, it sounds great. It has no feasibility. To me, looking at it from any financially, travel-wise, even competition-wise, I'm going to ask you guys, and then I'll finish up. Who from the SWAC outside of South Carolina State adds value to the SWAC?
Yeah, I can't give you a name. I can't.
Nobody. I mean, really and truly, nobody. Just South Carolina State, because of what just happened with Jackson State, and they got Buddy Pugh. That's it.
But South Carolina State also has the tradition. Like, they care about football. So they care about their sports. They care about the athletics. Now, obviously, they've got some issues going on with their school that they still got to get in order. But South Carolina State, and, I'm still waiting. I'm praying. I am like fasting that Tennessee State would freaking just wake up and just get this over with and stop leaving us in limbo and just join the SWAC. Then it's a done deal. Like, I feel like it could just do it. But, as I was thinking about the MEAC and the Celebration Bowl, coming out of church, I was just like, I went into my whole little deacon mode where they used to sing this song before communion and everything. They'd be like, this may be the last time. This may be the last time, children. This may be the last time. It may be the last time. I don't know. Well, look, I believe it's gonna be the last time. I don't, outside of the MEAC people playing each other twice, like the Southland did. They're losing it, and it's like, the SWAC people are gonna be like, okay, Norfolk State has not proven that they travel, so if they win the MEAC, who's gonna come?
Yeah.
And Godfrey, I know for a fact South Carolina State is like looking for a way out. They were looking for a way out with the Big South. They were looking for a way out into the SWAC. They were looking for a way out with what's the other conference that's right there? Oh, the Southern.
Yes.
The Southern. They've been looking for a way out and to get out of there. So, again, this might be the last time with this whole Celebration Bowl. So this makes it that much more important to get that cool meal, because I don't know what's gonna be happening after that.
My thing is this, and I really, when I was in that Spaces with BJ, shout out to BJ for having that Spaces yesterday. That was really dope. I didn't want to speak on a lot of it because I don't talk about stuff I don't know. That's just not my thing. That's not my lane. You know what I'm saying? I'll most happily ask somebody, or somebody can happily correct me. My issue is this, right? One, I actually feel bad for Sandra. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's not her fault.
It's not, but it's going to land in her lap. And that's when you're the last person, it's like hot potato. When you're the last person, you out and you hold it.
It's not her fault.
You know what I'm saying?
Not her fault. I
feel for her. I really do. She never really had a chance at it. My second point of this is this, right? The MEAC, the restriction mentally on the MEAC not willing to go get a PWI to replace some of these black institutions was your downfall. I don't get it. Doesn't make sense. That's like this, right? That's like if you're trying to go into business and you're trying to do something or partner with somebody, you are looking, your pool is so short, but the pool that you're looking at, you don't even know if they got the money to do what you want them to do. Like, hey man, if you just get like 100 million, or if you get 100,000 more dollars, we can make it work. But this is my issue. The mentality that, it's a black conference, so we need black schools. The white people are not thinking the same. I can't stress that enough to black people. You have a thought process that's like, oh, we got to keep ours. You don't think the white people, they're like, bro, listen, we trying to get this money, okay? And we trying to stay afloat. So if we got to go get these schools, we go get these schools. And then at the, hold on, Coffee, hold on. And then at the end of the day, they go get your best. They don't get your worst schools. They don't go get your Valleys. They don't go get your Morgans. They go get your brand name schools. You need to get out your own ass and get out your own way and start doing something different. Go ahead, Coach.
Go Blue. Go Blue.
Oh, I was about to say, you're kind of like, you can't, the reason that no one's going to join, a PWI is not going to join the MEAC is, how do you take a team that has an auto bid to the playoff if they win their conference and be like, hey, you want to come over here where you don't have that choice? And also on top of that, we can't offer you any stability. And you've never played these teams. You got none of your rivals that coming over with you. Like there's no incentive for any of those PWIs to join the MEAC right now.
Okay. And let me just say this. Dennis Thomas had like a very bad relationship with Florida A&M University for a long time. It was tumultuous for a long time. And, once you have FAMU, then Cookman's right there as well. It was very tumultuous. So there were requests that were made to Dennis Thomas in regards to the travel, in regards to breaking up to divisions, in regards to expansion, trying to do some things that were going to be innovative to save the Southern teams money on travel and increase the revenue. He didn't listen. And consequently, FAMU took their ball and went to the SWAC, and then Cookman followed, which crippled it. But again, by then, Hampton had left, A&T left. It's like, okay, FAMU's leaving, Cookman's leaving. Now Howard is leaving. if I'm the SWAC, I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, just let it implode, let it implode, let it implode. I'm not going out of my way to go and do stuff. Now, I think that if the SWAC, if McClellan does anything, and getting anybody going to go out to Tennessee State, seal Tennessee State up, like give them whatever, because that would be hot commodities. You can do a number of different things with that, but SWAC North, absolutely not. Like that was like, no. The Morgan State in the SWAC, absolutely not.
All right.
Norfolk State, no. Love their band, love their school, no, absolutely not. It's not going to work. Let them implode. Let them go wherever they're going to go and figure it out themselves, whatever. This is disappointing.
This is my issue, right? I like y'all. This is why sometimes I like to do live shows by myself, because I know I'm going on a tangent, right? So y'all can't have it both ways. Y'all, I'm gonna say this again. Y'all Bamas out there in YouTube land cannot have it both ways, right? PWIs was not trying to come to the MEAC. You know how that's a dumb statement that you just said? Because are you guys not the same exact Bamas talking about, oh, Scotty, everybody want to do the Celebration Bowl. Everybody wants to be in a bowl game that's guaranteed $3 million. You know how much money the FCS is losing for the playoffs? If that is the case, explain to me why PWI schools would not want to be interested in having the opportunity, because they're going to beat you. They're going to beat you. If James Madison would have came in the MEAC, they would have beat you. If Villanova comes to the MEAC, they beat you. So so winning is not the issue, because they're going to come over and they're going to beat you, because you're scared to play them anyway, so they're going to beat you regardless. So make that make sense to me. If they didn't want to come to the MEAC for the Celebration Bowl, which you said everybody wants to be a part of, everybody loves a guaranteed check, show me the stats of why they wouldn't do it. You can't keep moving the goalposts and picking and choosing shit. That's not how argument works. And you guys suck at it, okay? You suck. Jesus freaking Christ.
I have to say this, every time you press your little gun button, I saw Blue over there and he was like digging down. So I was waiting for his gun to go off too. So I was like, it was going to be pow, pow, whatever it was going to be. I didn't know what it was going on, but I just wanted to say I noticed that. But go ahead.
It's just dumb, because I said the Celebration Bowl doesn't mean anything. Everybody jumped on my bandwagon. Everybody jumped on me. Scotty, you know what? We make more money than this team. We make more money than national champions. We make more money than this. Our brand is more of this. Our brand is more of that. So if it's that valuable, listen to what you're saying. If the Celebration Bowl is that valuable, why wouldn't teams be racing to fill slots in the MEAC to be in the Celebration Bowl? Don't make sense. It don't make sense. Don't make sense.
I mean, for me looking at it, man, it looks like the MEAC just got caught standing flat-footed in a time in FCS football where you needed to be aggressive and proactive, and they just got caught. They got caught with their hands in their pocket, and so did some other conferences. The Southland got caught with their hands in their pocket with the ASUN and the WAC. The OVC got caught with their hands in their pocket, losing Jacksonville State, losing Murray State to the MVFC. But I'm just telling you, I have it on very good authority. The OVC is done being caught with their hands in their pocket. As soon as the MEAC collapse, it's about to be a race between the SWAC and the OVC to see who picks up those teams. Because the SoCon has a history of not making moves. The SoCon's cool with where they're at. They're like, we'll keep our Mercers, we'll keep our Tennessee teams. Like, we're cool. Like, we're just gonna sit over here. We're gonna get one bid a year. We might win a game, and then we're just gonna call it even. Like, we're good where we're at. Like, they're just like the most chill conference of all time. They're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
The OVC, the ASUN, and the SWAC are about to just start playing like, I don't know, just start picking people off. And then the CAA is going to go after either South Carolina State or Norfolk. And for me, I'm leaning more toward Norfolk because it helps get back that market that they lost with James Madison. Because I'm not from there, but I believe it's only about 3 hours apart, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere around that area. So yes, I think they're going to go Norfolk. And then South Carolina State and the rest of those teams are going to be picked off. And look out for the NEC. The NEC is probably going to try to grab Morgan State and some of those northern teams out of the MEAC. But listen, the OVC, ASUN, and SWAC are about to be in an arms race for the rest of those teams.
Hey, Blue, man, we appreciate your time, man. You know, the boy wonder. All right.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, appreciate it, Blue. Take it easy. Hey, and you got some videos. Make sure he got the Demetrius Davis video, the new Alabama State recruit. Make sure you go check that out. And he also has his opinions on the Howard. He got, Blue. He gonna go intrinsically deep. Okay.
What about Delaware State, Blue? What about Delaware State? Like, what are they gonna do?
He knows it all.
NEC.
You heard it here first, or his channel first. Either way, he probably talked about it. But hey, man, appreciate
y'all.
All right, peace. Hey, listen, man. Call lines are open. 516-259-9041. 516-259-9041. All you Bammers who want to call in and argue about some foolishness of the Celebration Bowl, please, by all means, call in. I am willing and ready to.
You are the only participant in the conference.
All right? I'm with the foolishness. I had a 5-hour energy drink. I had a Red Bull. I'm with the shit today. Okay. I got time. If I got to drop Kofi off this mug just so I can give you 100% of my time because he's married and his wife be like, take your ass to the back. I got that much time today. Mess with me if you want. Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. Stupid stuff, man. I can't stand my stuff. But like, I'm so serious, Kofi. Like, I get so sick and tired of hearing that stupid argument that the Celebration Bowl is so wonderful. If that's the case, then why Bama's ain't jumping into me at? That don't even make sense.
The one thing that I will say that happened over this year, that another thing, with this whole transitional thing, I think that the time has come where you are going to see bowls give HBCUs and certain FCS schools an opportunity in their bowl games.
I think that, listen, I'm not saying that's not a great idea. I think
I'm saying I believe wholeheartedly, because now that they've asked and it won't be the first, I believe that it's legitimately going to be. So the Celebration Bowl won't be the last bowling opportunity for HBCUs or FCS schools or whatever.
All right, let me get to this. You know who's going to be the first one to call in? Coach Green. So let me answer this call. What's up, Coach Green? Talk to me.
Okay, now. Dude, the starters. No PWI. No matter what was willing, even if we didn't have the Celebration Bowl, no PWI was going to come to a black conference. It just wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't gonna happen, bro. So you can sit there and hold your face with your hand all you want, but that's just not gonna happen. You're wrong on that.
Is that what you called in to talk about?
Dude, I know this part of it. You put it out there. You sit there and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. You put that out there. You wrong on that.
You said, you said a PWI wouldn't go to an HBCU conference. Why not? Is there not a PWI school in a HBCU conference? That's a yes or no.
And that PWI is leaving.
Is it not in a HBCU? Answer the question. Listen, this is not
You
like,
talking?
Answer the question.
You talking about number one? You talking about Division II. We talking about Division I.
Now you're changing the narrative. You said a PWI.
How I'm changing the narrative?
Oh my! I hate having conversations with people that don't make sense, sir. The whole thing.
I'm changing the narrative.
Listen what you said. Listen what you said. I'm gonna be very clear because I don't play these games with arguments. You said a PWI would never go into an HBCU conference. You didn't say division. You didn't say a standard or a league. You made a general statement. I then came back to you and said, is there not a PWI in an HBCU conference? That's a yes or no.
See what you just did. Number one, we was talking about Division I. We talking about this Division I conference.
That's not what.
So you know what I was talking about. Now you just trying. Now you the one sitting there trying to change the narrative.
Coach Green.
You just sit there. We're not talking about Division II. We're not talking about Division III. We're not talking about NAI.
You came, sir. You made a general. You didn't say. Let me help you with arguments because I see you have a problem with them. You didn't say.
No, you have a problem with it.
You didn't say a PWI would never go to a MEAC. You never said that. You said a PWI would never go. You didn't say that. You said a PWI would never go into an HBCU conference. But
they're already there, though.
Hold on. Check this out.
Coach Green.
What are you talking about?
Coach Green.
What I'm listening.
Yeah, you understand that. I mean, you have not because you asked not. I mean, they're already competing in like little stuff with bowling and other little stuff like that in the MEAC.
Yeah, we know
so
that.
It's just a matter like Towson, if you have the leadership to make the pitch, you know, the problem is nobody's asking, nobody's thinking out of the box. You know, nobody's even pushing for it to happen. They can't say no if you don't ask. They can't say yes if you don't ask. The pitch on that level has not been made, but they're in a place of desperation where they're either going to have to ask or the MEAC is totally done. This is their last hurrah. This is it.
Yeah, we know that.
So if they compete in other sports, they'll compete in football. It's that simple. So they're already there. The problem is the leadership of the MEAC has been so stagnant that they have not taken the time to expand. They have not taken the time to look at the scenarios and find scenarios that would work because the presidents in the MEAC lack the vision to connect and say, okay, this is going to matter. This is what blah, blah, blah. It's the presidents in the MEAC that stifled the growth of the MEAC. And the presidents don't know anything about athletics. So consequently, you have people that don't know what they're doing, do it. But my point to you is the PWIs have already joined the MEAC as associate members in other sports. So it's just a matter of asking, and the MEAC personally has not offered an invitation to these folks.
Mr. Cece, you're talking about non-revenue sports. When it comes to football and basketball,
have they asked, Coach Green?
Jump into
Coach Green, have they asked?
Conference.
Have they asked? Have they asked?
They're not jumping. They're not gonna jump to it, though.
I'd have to see a pitch and
a black man speaking for PWIs. This is a great argument. Thank you so much. A black man speaking for PWIs. Oh, I just know it. Oh my God, I just know it. Yeah, okay. Miss me with that. Hey, caller, you lie. Talk to me. Hey, caller, you lie. Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Talk to me.
All right, this is Christopher from North Carolina. So as far as the MEAC, is bad leadership, past and present. Now, they did a study about bringing in members, but they never released it publicly. Number two, as far as the PWIs coming into the MEAC, you just need to find the right one because Shawan is a member of the CIAA. Now, they are only a member as in football, but previously they were a full member. And Shawan is 40% black. So it's a predominantly, what do they call it? It's a PBI, predominantly black institution. So then you have the other one in the SIAC, which has history in the civil rights movement. So to me, it's bad leadership in the MEAC. They need to focus on a certain region so that it doesn't increase travel for school and take at this point, it's like the Temptation song. They just begging for anybody at this point because they put this up in a bad situation.
That's fair. And at this time, beggars can't be choosers. If you don't want your stuff to get disbanded, because listen, it's always easy to make tough. My mom would say this. It's always easy to find a job when you got a job. It's always easy to find a job when you got a job, right? So when you ain't got no job, you just start throwing stuff at the wall to see, trying to bring in some income. When you had when Savannah State dropped and when North Carolina A&T hit they you know, Hampton, when Bama started leaving, that's when you should have started looking one by one, replacing, you know, trying to find somebody to replace, trying to get things in order so you can have a vision down the line, 5, 6, whatever, playing vision or whatever, or have some longevity. But how is it that Bama's keep leaving and nothing keeps coming in? Listen, that's a bank account. If I keep spending and I ain't got no income coming in, I'm gonna go broke. And if your teams keep leaving and you ain't getting no teams in, you ain't got no conference.
Yep. And also you need to factor in about D2 schools moving up. A lot of the D2 schools left that's in the CIAA or that is in close regional compatibility to the MEAC are smaller schools. It's only been 2 schools that recently have done feasibility studies. That's Virginia State University and Kentucky State University.
Bowie did one too.
University is concerned about their enrollment, that if they move up, that means the order to support athletics at a D1 level, they would have to increase their athletic fee as part of the tuition. Now, Kentucky State is in a better situation because they are planning to use the Amazon ex-wife money to help with D1 growth. But I don't know how that's going to work out with travel, though, with Kentucky State joining the MEAC.
That's real. Hey, Mr. Christopher, man, we appreciate the call, bro. Thank you for the insight.
Bowie State also was in there in terms of doing a feasibility study. You know, so it's just a matter of what they want to do as well.
This is my thing. He said, but how do we know they didn't? Okay, it kind of goes 2 ways, and I won't yell at you because you ain't no point to yell at you, right? So we know for a fact that North Carolina A&T and I believe Hampton both asked the CAA to come in the conference. Am I correct on that? And they said no, because that's what somebody told me. So I'm just assuming, or they had ideas to join the CAA and they told them no. Oh, now look at it. Come back full circle. Now they're open to it. It's the same thing with anything, right? You might have asked them into a PWI in 2017. They said, nah, we good. But with all this realignment and things happening, you shoot your shot again. If you think that girl is that pretty, you shoot your shot again and see what happens. So listen, in the position of MEAC, and once again, I'm not blaming all this on Sandra because it's not all on Sandra. It's definitely not. But at the end of the day, you got to keep shooting your shot. You don't have the luxury to sit back and say, "Oh yeah, somebody coming in. Yeah, you know they got to come in, baby. We the MEAC." No, you're not that. You're not that guy anymore. You know, like 50 Cent used to say, "Man, damn, homie, in high school you was the man, homie. What happened to you?" That's what you are right now, MEAC. Damn, homie, what happened to you? Because you're dropping like flies and you're not what you once were. So you need to do something different.
Without a vision, the people will perish. And literally, that's what's happening. They had no vision for the future, you know, and they lacked really a vision for the present, you know, in order to accommodate the schools that they had right then. So, say la vie, whatever.
Yes,
this may be the last time. This may be the last time, children. All right, LVC shot down Alabama State or whatever.
All right, let me get to another couple more callers. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a MEAC guy. You know, I'm a Dell State fan. You know, DSU. I thought you knew it, but I think the MEAC needs to grow up and start looking for other options. I think they really need to start thinking about merging with the OVC. Because I think no matter what happens, if the MEAC disbands, South Carolina State is going for the sweat.
Facts.
And I think that's just the honest truth. Yeah, I think that's it. So other teams going to have to start looking for other options. And to be honest, as a Delta State fan, I keep hearing NEC. We don't want to go to the NEC. we don't want to go to Northeast. So if possible, that OVC, because they're merging with the Big South, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect for us. Because they got Bryan, Rhode Island, and they got school up in PA, so travel costs be cool. So I just really believe the MEAC just needs to grow up and just need to realize, because D2s, they ain't coming up here. They don't got the money for that. So they need to grow up.
Man, appreciate the call, bro. I like that. MEAC needs to grow up. Gotta grow up. Gotta make big boy decisions. You know what I'm saying? You do big boy things, gotta make big boy decisions.
Hey, what's that song out there?
Hold on. Go ahead, Smash.
Hey, bro. Hey, this shit, I've been seeing this happening, Scotty. Like, we've been saying this for the longest. Even before Sam Bethune, because I said we don't count them, but we don't count them, but they're in the swag now. But, like, when it used to be repped out, like, MEAC this, MEAC that, and when Incat was holding it down and representing the Celebration Bowl, and, like, when they left, like, we seen it being dismantled, so we like, damn, like, you know, nobody want to travel that from Florida all the way to damn fucking Delaware.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? To play a game. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's sad that I don't want to put it like this, but low key, the schools in the SWAC save this from happening from the SWAC from popularity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we could have dealt with this, but I'm not gonna act like we hard on the MEAC right now by saying you didn't cater to your schools a lot. It's a lot of bullshit that the SWAC conference didn't put the SWAC schools through now. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the schools are just like the history and they're so popular that you don't see them leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Hello? Okay, maybe that was me. What I'll say this, I talked to BJ Jones a couple days ago, and BJ said, let's not act like the SWAC wasn't in the same position. He said if Alabama A&M would have pulled the trigger to go to, I don't know if they were going to go to the MEAC, or I think he said it was going to go, Alabama State and Alabama A&M was going to go paired up to the MEAC when the SWAC was losing all that money. He said if Alabama A&M didn't if Alabama A&M didn't get scared, or they kind of got cold feet at the last minute and stayed in the SWAC, he said it would have been on his head. The SWAC would have been doing the same. The SWAC would have been in the same position that the MEAC is in right now currently. So he said, so let's not act like the SWAC wasn't in this same boat, but they rallied, they got it together, and, you know, they did some things to make it happen. But he said, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, he said they could have dipped out. They could have dipped out. And I know he said that was a rumor, but listen, if BJ Jones tell me something, I'm taking it to the bank. I ain't gonna lie to you. If BJ Jones tell me something, I'm taking it to the bank, because he got insiders on both of those. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking that to the bank. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, as a A&T alumni, I'm not shocked at all. I think what this a lesson is for every institution needs to do for itself. First and foremost, our president and our athletic director, I said they was moving before they actually even moved, because I saw the way A&T was going. And I know the SWAC, everybody talks about, hey, let's be one, this, that, and the other. All it takes is one of them blue bloods to get a nice offer to go up. You know, let's Southern or Grambling, you know, one of the blue bloods, because the reality, you can't always take everybody with you anyway.
Facts.
So each school president has to do what's best for them. If, let's say, Grambling and Southern got a deal together to go up to, you know, a better conference, SWAC is going to do something, because that's one of their blue blood. You can't replace Southern and Grambling. You just can't.
Yeah.
You know, no different than when Sam came, they brought Bethune. So so I think all the presidents in the SWAC need to, you know, obviously you want to look out for the greater good of the SWAC, but first you have to take care of home first and do what's best for home, because, I mean, that's who you're privy to, that's who your alliances are to first. And I think with the MEAC, I heard somebody in the chat said no one didn't want to make the first move, and obviously A&T did, because we ain't had no problem. So I think there's a lesson learned for all the HBCUs to take care of home and do what's best for your institution first, not what's better for the conference, because the conference is always going to take care of themselves. And what you don't want is to go down with the sick ship. So you got to have a president that's progressive enough to see, okay, what moves are being made.
No, that's fair. That's facts. And you got to be able to counter those moves and see it coming in and have a backup plan, have a contingency plan. I don't think anybody had that. But hey, man, hey, appreciate the call, though, Dre.
Appreciate it.
I want to stay on what Dre said. You know what I'm saying? You have to have listen, once Hampton started leaving, once North Carolina A&T started leaving, you had to have a guy, a person in office that was a visionary that had a backup plan to the backup plan to the backup plan. And I don't think, and like I said, I'm just speaking from the outside looking in, that anybody in the MEAC really thought this could really honestly happen. You know what I'm saying? I think it's one of those things where when you're watching a movie, like a doomsday movie, and they like, if you guys don't do this, that this is going to happen. They're like, oh yeah, really? Out of 300 years, a comet is finally going to hit America. And then next thing you know, an hour later into the movie, oh my God, we got to get prepared. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really what the MEAC is going through. They're going through, a doomsday movie. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, black schools are really going to PWIs. Okay, got it. Them Bama's out. Them Bama's said, deuces. So listen, life comes at you hard. When life comes at you quick, grab a Snickers. Whew, grab a Snickers. Jesus Christ. I'm just saying.
That's it's unfortunate, bro. It's that song, like they say, it's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late, bro. It is too late.
I love that song too.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Simply got it going on.
Oh, man.
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Look, it's too late. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It is too late.
Oh man. Oh,
it is too late. I mean, what are they gonna do? Because at this point,
oh man,
A&T's gone, who was a major part of what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Hampton wasn't as major, but they still, the president left.
Mm-hmm.
FAMU, Cookman, and at that point, even last year during COVID, Norfolk and NCC and South Carolina State were looking to dip.
Mm-hmm.
So without Howard, you don't have the power, you don't have the
cachet,
the group mentality to be able to do the things that you desire to do as a conference and everything. So, it's too late, bro. It's too late.
Listen, man. Have you ever seen that stuff on like Twitter and like TikTok when they like, oh, you want to know who stocks are? You want to know what Elon Musk bought and like TikTok. Do you know, like when you're on Twitter and TikTok and stuff like that, they'll show you like all the celebrity stocks and what they're buying and holding. You know what I'm saying? Do like the celebrities are doing, right? Listen, bro. Once your bougie schools left and they got money, y'all, the rest of y'all Bamas need to be, y'all need to get y'all stuff together. Once the bougie schools was like, yo, this ain't it for us no more. And we got the money to stay. Okay, we got the money to stay. We ain't tripping over here. But we gotta go.
The end schools and seeing Howard is that pretty chick, that real bougie,
man,
fine, red bone chick with the long hair. You see the vice president of the United States. I'm just saying. Felicia Rashad, Debbie Allen, all them. They just standing up and posted up, bro. Like, okay, all right. They ain't studying nothing.
Somebody asked for a play. Hold on, let me see.
But
Take it alone and now. Wait until tonight,
girl.
If you think you're lonely now,
Look,
Wait.
it's a thin line.
It's a thin line between love and hate.
Listen, it's a thin line.
It's a thin line between a conference and disbanded.
Listen, it's a thin line. Thin line.
Oh
Very thin.
man. Oh
You
man.
know, and Howard got the money. That's what it makes me so puzzled about. They broke down dorms and stuff like that. Like, y'all got the money to fix the darn dorms. You ain't got to have the students. And the Howard students are militant and they will protest about stuff like that. They will be up in the president's office and they will be like, I will not be moved till something happens. They'll be right there. So, they just don't do that for athletics.
Hold on, let me see. I got another one. Somebody.
Remove your back, let me call you a cab. Sending
To the left. Oh.
I'm serious, bro.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Boy, Tony Montana.
That's good.
Mr. Hemingway, sir.
Yeah. Yo.
Man, listen. What's gonna happen to that precious Celebration Bowl if there's no MEAC?
From what I've been saying, it's they said it's a contingency plan that they just get the highest HBCU school. That's the contingency plan that I heard that from Blue, I heard that from BJ, that there might be a contingency plan that, like, if the MEAC disbands, it goes to the highest, the best HBCU with the best record. And it could have been, it could have flipped back and went back to FAM. I don't know if they're going to be allowed to do it, a SWAC against SWAC. I think that would be great because the national championship does it with SEC schools all the time. You know what I'm saying? So shouldn't stop if it's the best teams, but that's what I've been hearing.
Okay. I guess I've got a little happy thinking everyone just get rid of the Celebration Bowl and then move everything back so we can go into the playoff and get better as a conference because we will be forced to get better.
No, sir. They are not going to. They are not going to let that one go. They said, hey, hey, ESPN, Disney, you're going to give us our money. Said that's a no, sir.
Man, listen, a brother can dream.
Hey, keep dreaming.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go back to sleep then. I'll be easy.
Hey, it is what it is, bro. But hey, appreciate the call, B.
All right,
man. Yeah. Listen, they're not giving up that free money. They're not giving up that free money. Not happening.
No.
Nah, not doing it. So let me take Coach Green and call back in again.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Hey, Coach Green, you live. Talk to us.
Hey, got a new question.
What's up?
All right.
Hey, Coach Green.
What script? This is for you. What will you do? Oh, let me turn this volume up. What will you do if Alabama State beat FAMU?
Ooh. Oh, wow. What would I do if Alabama State beat FAMU? That's a great question.
Would you take that shirt down that say
Rocket Mortgage Hornets?
Real estate?
Rocket Mortgage says
Rocket Mortgage Hornets. Will you be taking that down?
Don't disrespect my slogan. It says Rocket Mortgage Hornets. Okay, don't disrespect my slogan. But no, I'll say this. If they have, I'll give you this. If they have a winning record next year, I'll take the shirt down. Real talk. I'll get rid of if they have a winning record. So if they go 6-5, 7-5 or whatever, I'll take the shirt down. Real talk. I'll take the shirt down. I'll give
what
them
if they beat FAMU by 21?
If that helps them get to 5-7, no, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the same thing. FAMU lost to Jackson State, and then Jackson State got beat by South Carolina State. What does that mean? It's all relative. You know what I'm saying? So, football games aren't relative like that. So, if they beat.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. We know that.
Okay, so I just gave you your answer. I say if they have a winning record, I'll give it to you. If they don't, I don't care if they beat FAMU. If they beat them, congratulations. If they don't, then, they don't.
Oh, Lord. I revved up Steve Campbell. You want to talk about my Southern guys? We're going to score 100 on y'all. Don't worry.
Bye. Anyway. Why Bama's get on here reading the comments. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be trying to tell people it's not as easy as you think for me to keep going on to the show and all y'all be saying this stupid stuff y'all be saying in the comments. Oh my God, Scotty, like the MEAC is the best conference ever. And do you expect me to keep talking and you saying dumb stuff like that in the chat? Like, come on, man. It's so hard not to, but you know, that's why I'm a professional. You know what I'm saying? I professionally do this. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So anything else, Kofi, that you got that you want to
Yeah, since he brought up Bama State and everything, let's go through the schedule real quick. You just say L or W.
All right.
All right, opening up Howard and Bama State.
At beginning, it was an L. I'll give it a W this time.
Okay. Miles and Alabama State.
W.
UCLA, Alabama State.
2 L's.
All right, so they 2-1. Prairie View and Alabama State.
W.
3-1. Bama State and Andrew Body.
That's a double L. Hey, beat my boy.
3-2. Jackson State and Alabama State.
L. Next. Next.
3-4. Bama State and Valley.
Let's come back to that one.
You can't come back, man.
I gotta get down. Let's go next one. I got.
Okay. A&M and Bama State.
That's a loss.
Okay. 4 and 5. Bama State and Cookman.
That's a W. That's a W. Where's it at? Where's it at?
That's gonna be in Daytona.
Yeah, they don't really got a home field advantage. I've been there. That's a dub. That's a dub for Alabama State.
Okay. FAMU and Bama State.
L.
Pine Bluff and Bama State.
Double W's. Double. Them Bama suck. Give them 3 dubs. That's probably their homecoming game. What you playing? Go ahead.
Valley and Bama State.
Where we at right now?
5 and 5.
L. I gotta give him the L for the losing record. Gotta give him the L for the losing record. Oh, that's gonna be a tight one though. That's gonna be a fun. Hey, that might be a fun season. Listen, Alabama State. So listen, don't worry about the SWAC championship because you ain't in that. All right, so let's just throw that away. All right, you ain't in that. Let's not worry about that. Your job is to worry about getting this winning record. Okay, so that's what I need you guys to be focused on getting that winning record. All right, so yeah, so don't worry about the Mac City Classic. Don't worry about none of that. Just worry about getting a winning record. Okay, that's what you need to focus on. Just gotta start at the foundation. Okay, gotta start at the foundation. So yeah. They said Bama State got Jackson for homecoming? No, they don't. No.
Yes, they do.
That should count for 2 L's. That should count for y'all. Bama's didn't learn the last time. Oh my God. Well, actually, that game was actually pretty competitive. If I'm not, it was like 28-7.
No, I mean, Bama State plays Jackson State pretty tough.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah,
they're gonna be a tough team. It's gonna come down to their health and the QB play.
Yeah, that's really all it's gonna come down to. And the Valley game, is it at Valley or is it at Bama State? Because that's the key right there. Because if you play at Valley, you got to take 7 points away.
All right, so Valley, that's going to be it's in Montgomery.
Yeah, I got to give him a dub for that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll give him the dub for that one. That's real talk. Because if they was playing at Valley, it's an automatic. You got to take 7 points away. I don't care what you're talking about. That field is worth 7 points. Easy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to watch and make sure. Listen, they gonna be like, when they at 5 and 5, they're gonna be like, oh man, we almost got Scotty. I'm like, man, y'all Bama still suck. Anyway.
But they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home games.
5 home games? Jesus Christ.
They got Pine Bluff, FAMU, Valley, Jackson, and Prairie View. Make it 6. Prairie View and Miles.
Wow, that's nice. That's a nice little schedule right there. Let me tell you this. I'll say this. If you start off with an L at Howard, The rest of your season is a done deal. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just telling you that right now. Your rest of your season is a done deal. In my opinion, does matter. So. Hey, calling you live. Talk to me.
You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the rain. When it starts to pour.
When it starts to pour.
You know when it's to rain.
Oh, man, you stupid. What's up, man? Talk to me. That's funny.
To me, I can close the door. Anyway, the question everybody got to ask, about the MEAC, how long can they sustain this? You feel what I'm saying? How many teams left? What, 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 teams. And I'm like Mr. Kofi. Yeah, when it comes to the Celebration Bowl. Yeah, this might be the last go around. This might be the last go around, coming up this year. So then the SWAC, yeah, they're going to have to think of something else, another bowl to get to. So what you think about that, Mr. Kofi?
I believe it's inevitable that, with the pitch with Dion talking about, these other losing schools, these 5 and 6 schools going to bowl games, and they're not bringing anybody to the bowl game. They might as well pick Jackson State to go in. And there were some bowl blowouts anyway. That was bad. It's they could have had FAMU in there. They could have had Jackson State in there. So it's possible. I'll put it like that. Definitely possible.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I've been hearing rumbles because I'm Jackson State alum, and I've been hearing rumbles that, I keep telling everybody to pump the brakes, but I've been hearing rumbles that, Dion have aspirations to pull Jackson State out of the SWAC into a higher conference. I don't know what conference they would go to, but that's the word around.
If they're not going to go to the SEC, anyway. If they're not going to the SEC, it's pointless, and they're not going to the SEC. So let that rumor die. It's a lie.
Right. All right, well, that's all I got to say. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. Jackson State going D1. FBS. Sit y'all ass down. Hey, what's up, sir? Talk to me.
Yeah, I had a question for Kofi about FAMU. Because I was paying attention to y'all talking about Alabama State playing FAMU. So FAMU, whoever made their SWAC schedule, I don't think they really thought this through because they got their 2 hardest games, their very first 2 SWAC games. So how does that team look late in the season playing Alabama State or any other schools if they happen to drop one of them games?
What are you talking about? Repeat that. You talking about what 2 games back to back?
FAMU plays their 2 hardest SWAC East games first.
So
how does that
Jackson
team
State,
look
Jackson
if they
State
drop one of those games?
Yeah, Jackson State and A&M, right?
Yeah.
They're not playing them back to back. We play Jackson State. We play North Carolina.
So
we play Jackson
State. Going to be as great early in the season. You're not going to be as messy as you would like to be. So I'm saying, how does that team look later in the season if they drop either of those games, or if unfortunately they drop both?
Here's the deal: they're not going to drop both of those games. That's one. We play Alabama A&M in Bragg. We were down 18 in Huntsville and came back and won. That's not going to happen in Bragg.
I can't say I agree, but I agree with the logic. Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. But, I think Alabama A&M is going to be good. They're going to be good, but they're not going to see an atmosphere like the atmosphere they're going to see at Bragg. And that team, with the way that game went last year, it's going to be a good game, but FAM's going to prevail. They're not going to beat us. I'm not worried about A&M at all.
Wow.
So the reason I asked is because those sleeper teams like Alabama State and Valley,
they're not. Here's the thing.
Finish, Kofi.
Sorry.
Jeez Louise.
It's hard. It got me hyped.
They tend to play really good, especially if they see somebody else already execute a game plan against you. So that's all I'm asking. What do you think? Go ahead. I know you're ready to respond. Go ahead. What do you think those games will look like for you guys?
I think they're all, the thing that we learned last year in the SWAC is that you have to bring your A game literally like every week. We could have lost to A&M. We could have lost to Valley. We could have lost.
No, you're going to look at catch against A&M. But,
say what now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
We could have lost to Valley. We could have lost to A&M. We could have lost. Well, we could blew out Grambling, blew out Cookman. We lost to Jackson State. We could have lost to Southern. I think that the Southern game, we could have very easily have folded there. We didn't. And the team is better this year than it was last year. We're not losing to A&M. Not at home.
Okay. Look, I just want to know and about State. That's what I really asked about State. What do you think that game looks like? So you're saying
which game?
At most you only drop one in the beginning of the season. So what does that game look like at the end of the year? Is it just like a blow through? You guys gonna blow them out, or is it just?
No, it's gonna be a good game. I mean, Alabama State is a rival. They're playing us at home. We blew them out in Bragg, so they're gonna be looking to try to kill us. Plus, it's a sandwich game right before the Florida Classic, so that game will not be easy. But the good thing is it's right up the road, so we're gonna have a lot of fans there. But that game will not be easy, and I've seen the refereeing in Montgomery. Let me put it like that. I have seen.
I appreciate your answer though, because you see my point. You see what I was kind of like getting at, as far as like how the games would be like. They won't be easy. That's the reason. That's what I was trying to get from you.
No, I mean it wasn't easy this year. It wasn't easy this year. The teams have gotten better in the SWAC. I mean, Grambling's going to be much improved. We play them on the road. That's not going to be an easy game. We play South Carolina State on the road. They're going to be like trying to kill FAMU, bro. Like, whoo, it's not a SWAC game, but that's going to be a big game because we beat them last year. We beat Buddy Pugh 2 times in a row, and they won the Celebration Bowl. So they're going to be like, we should have beat FAMU. They're going to try and, they're going to try and kill us, bro. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Right, because everybody thinks that everybody's gunning for Jackson State. I don't see it that way. I think everybody's gunning for you guys. At least that's the way I see it.
How do you?
They're gunning for everybody, bro.
How do you see it? They didn't win anything. How make that make sense? They didn't win anything. So how are you gunning for people who came in second? Who was gunning for second place?
So the reason I think everybody's gunning for FAMU, at least as the East, at least as far as the East plays out, is because how they just kind of came in and, got convincing wins on everybody. Of course, Jackson State is going to be hunts because they're the top. But I think as far as the East teams go, I think they all going to give FAMU like the best game they got.
I think, okay, so I get what you're saying. The way you're saying it, I think people want revenge on FAMU of how they probably beat some of the teams, but nobody's gunning for FAMU. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, when you play them, you want revenge because they embarrassed you. Okay, A&M, they came back and beat you. Alabama State, you didn't score. Like, they got some they got some games where they embarrass some people. So I get the revenge game, but not gunning for, who guns for second place? That don't make no sense. So appreciate the call though, sir. Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Look, that Bama State game is going to be big. I mean, Alex Jackson, who was the
thank you, Blue. The boy wonder.
Alex Jackson on Alabama State squad as their OC. He knows Willie Simmons' system.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they scheme. I expect a totally different game against Alabama State, to be honest.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Kofi? You know who's gunning for second place? Oh man, I love my job. I swear to God, I do.
True.
Hey, caller, you loud? Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Scott? It's Chris, bro.
What's up? Talk to me.
So I want to go off script. So when I was on Twitter, I seen Campbell like gunning for JSU. So they play JSU at Jackson for their homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think about that game, bro?
The Camels.
Hey, cause look, I think and they recruiting. I think they have like the number.
Look, they're just looking for a press opportunity. They're looking for opportunity to gain momentum for their program. Now here's the thing. That picture just took me out.
My bad. Go ahead.
Stop, man. Stop. He done messed my thought process up with this third pitch. All right. Campbell's not going to beat Jackson State unless Jackson State gives them the game. You know,
right.
That's it. I expect an energetic team. Campbell's going to come out with a bunch of... You wrong, Scotty. You wrong.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Cole.
The Camels are not going to beat the Tigers on homecoming. It's just not going to happen. And with that, I'm going to say, moo. It's not going to happen.
I'm listen, my boy Blue is FCS royalty around here. So he told me that they got their All-American quarterback back at Campbell. He came back off an injury. And listen, at the end of the day, if you got a quarterback behind center that can get the job done, you always have a chance against Jackson State. I don't care what you're talking about.
That's true.
If you got a guy who can make throws, you got a guy who's poised, is not scared of what Jackson State brings, you always got a chance. Now, I don't think Jackson State's going to do them like how they did A&M for homecoming. I don't think it's going to be nothing like that, but I do think it's going to be a competitive game. But how the season gets there, we'll see. You get what I'm saying? Like what the teams look like when that game comes about. I think that's when you'll know more about what we can speak on. But right now, Campbell has a quarterback and he's an All-American. So let's not act like he can't get the job done. And that's important.
Yeah, it comes down to their offensive line play as well.
Facts.
Their trench play, and the focus of Jackson State. And I think one of the hardest or one of the most difficult games to play during the season is homecoming. And that's just largely because of all of the hype, all of the concerts, all of the distractions, all of the events. And if the players are not focused, if they don't have a contingency plan for those guys, it could be a disaster. And this is how teams lost their homecoming game. People were like, "Oh my God, like look, like Alcorn almost lost to Grambling this year, and it wasn't because Grambling was that great. It's just because of all the stuff that comes along
with homecoming.
It's tough."
Hey, man, appreciate the call, though.
All right, look, but I'm finna go, but look, Scotty.
What's up?
Scotty, you still on? Look, you need to get Campbell coach on you for an interview, bro.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
That would be dope.
Yeah, dude was definitely capping on Twitter. I need to hear this.
I'm gonna have to get with Blue, see if he can set that up for me, because Blue, man, y'all think Blue got connections everywhere else. Like he got SWAC connections and MEAC, he got like a couple people that can pull. He got some couple people that can push. But outside of SWAC, Blue is like a walking legend out here, boy. He can pull strings at every other conference like nobody's business. He got somebody everywhere. I'm trying to tell you. But hey, man, appreciate the call. We're gonna try to set that up. Real talk.
That's good. That'd be good.
All right, appreciate it.
What was that secret organization in that TV show Scandal? Do you remember?
Oh, the one that
her daddy ran.
Babe. Dang, somebody gonna say it in the chat. But when they say it in the chat, I'm gonna give it.
But that's what Blue Blood is right there.
Yeah. What was it? No, they're not the anonymous. Shoot. Somebody put it in the chat. I know y'all members was watching Scandal. Somebody put it in the chat. Hey, Coach Stewart, talk to me.
Hey, Scotty.
What's good?
I'm calling to warn you, man. Yeah, I'm calling to warn you, man. You are the most dangerous person to the SWAC office. You have changed the lay of the land because even though you joke, you laugh, you are changing people's minds. You're telling people to go out and do things on their own, start their own businesses. You're saying to people how to telling people, giving them a notebook on how to make money. And the SWAC office is scared to death. They're threatening to sue people. They're telling people don't go off the ranch. And they're
B613.
I guarantee you. So keep it up.
Thank you, Coach Stewart. I appreciate that, man. I love when people give me my flowers while I'm still living, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Brandon already had it. He already had it up. He had B613. Yeah, listen, Blue. I'm telling you, Blue be pulling.
That's Blue 613. B613.
Yeah, Blue be pulling some strings. All right, so Blue. Listen, I don't think y'all y'all don't really understand how funny Blue is, right? This is what Blue he be throwing his shots so low key. That's what makes it funny. But this is what Blue sent me while I was on the chat. This is what he said. He said, this is what the MEAC looking like. Oh, it won't let me show it. Oh man.
What is it? Pull it back.
It's Will Smith when he's standing at the house with his hands in his pockets and no furniture. Yo, I'm telling you, man, Blue be low-key throwing shots, bro. Blue be low-key throwing shots. He's funny. And let me tell you, to this person, all right, listen, I see everything, okay? Even though I am blocked from this group, I sees everything, okay? He said, whoever started the name real estate agent, thank you. My guy out here recruiting. That don't even, bro. Carrington Calvin, okay, you need to be in school again because that ain't even that. What is recruiting? What is recruiting? That don't even make no sense. Give your degree back, okay? But that was me. I need all my credit. That's me, okay? So when you say that, think of me. Just want to make that very clear.
Your tail ain't finna be able to go nowhere. You already banned in Jackson and everything. You got to have bodyguards and everything. Now you're gonna be walking through Montgomery. Then you can't even go to Norfolk for the MEAC office or anything like that. You posting pictures with A&T, FAMU, Cookman, and Howard shooting guns at the MEAC sign. It's just you ain't gonna be able to go nowhere, bro. Like, let me get my own ticket and go in by myself.
Boy,
Gotta go need a bulletproof vest for real, bro.
Listen, y'all Bamas love to screenshot something. Y'all want to screenshot something like this was an OFFScript zone? This is what I be on, man. Listen, I'm just a creative individual, man. I'm just a creative individual, man. Listen, I'm gonna go, Miss Griffin. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the little, what's the digital underground? We know when he used to have the nose and the with the glasses. That's how I'm gonna go. That's how I'm gonna move around in these stadiums. I'm gonna get the glasses.
I'm telling you, them Jacks. I get so many people from Jackson State in my DM be like, "Where's Scotty Stead? Scotty's address. I want to know what Scotty State. Tell me where Scotty State."
Man, listen.
I mean, them Jackson State people, they be like, some of them be the hurt feeling, but they just be like, we ain't even said nothing to him. And then he just said stuff and attacked Dion. So where he live at, we want to know.
Oh man, let me get this caller. This is gonna be the last caller of the night.
All right.
Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Scotty?
What's goody?
Hey, y'all talking about that lawsuit?
Nah, I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, shit, I'll wait till tomorrow then.
All right,
hey, do me a favor, though.
Yeah, what's up?
Play that petty song. You know my baby like that.
Say what?
Play that petty song. You know my baby like that.
I got you. I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna play it for her.
All right.
Tell her she gotta hit a dance to it though. TikTok gritty. She gotta hit something to it. All right. I'm gonna play it for you. Hey, little one who loves my petty song. Here you go. Tell them when you at school, you say I'm
petty.
Ooh.
I'm petty.
Ooh.
I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty.
Hey, that Jake be hitting. That Jake, listen. Sometimes, listen. I be trying to tell people I live in the town called Pettyville, and it's just me. Now, my girl, she lives with me, so and we're one, but she doesn't really approve of all the petty. But I'm telling you, I stay at Pettyville. I get my feet done. I get my feet done. I get my nails done. I get my hair braided.
I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty.
Get the likes up. Oh, she said thank you and get the likes up. She said thank you and get the likes up. And listen, she's had a rough weekend. Okay, guys, listen. She lost her grandmother. Okay, me and my baby, we drove up to Ohio. Say our final wishes. If you guys want to give anything to my lovely, lovely, lovely significant other, you guys, for just $20 a day. Because she is expensive. Okay, I just want to make that very clear. So this ain't no Africa over here. All right, ain't no 20 cents a day is not gonna help nobody. Ain't gonna help nothing over here.
Hey,
so $20 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day if you got it. Like Kofi, if you got it, okay.
if you ain't got that $100, you ain't gonna put that $100 in the cash app.
Yeah, go ahead and
yeah, gonna put that $100 in the cash app.
Something is wrong.
Make that happen right now. Put that in now.
Oh, if it hits your spirit, if it hits you
hard in your spirit.
Yeah.
You got to put that on it now.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But hey, man, listen. Wednesday, you got the bowling strike zone. Kofi, talk to him.
Woo, bro. Yes, the strike, the ONG strike. You see, you be messing up. Be finna get the darn name of the thing I'm about to say. Anyway, the ONG strike zone is on tomorrow evening at 8:00. Join us tomorrow evening at 8.
Make sure you get your bowling shoes. Bring your bowling bag.
You might need them tomorrow for real, because
listen,
it's gonna be off the hook. It's a hot show tomorrow. I'm telling you, it's hot.
Ooh, it's so hot. You know who's gonna watch it?
Hotter than fish grease. Hotter than your mama grits.
Boy, I'm
petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty.
Nah. Real talk. Go check them boys out. Brian, Brian's a good dude. Kofi's gonna be on that jank. And what's the other guy name?
Kelvin.
There you go, Kelvin. Like the heat, like the temperature. Like the temperature. I like that. Yeah. Like the heat. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'll say this though, and I'm gonna call, me, Kofi. I gotta call a spade a spade. I like Brian. He been throwing. He ain't been throwing shots because that's not his thing. But I'm just saying, like, he's been referring, like we was talking about the camel and the moo. And as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, we were supposed to bring this up. As a matter of fact, we looked it up. Camels be mooing. They like why everybody was trying to clown me. Real talk. Bama's DM me talking about Scotty. Camels don't move. They pretty damn close. It's like like Master P, nah. Like,
listen,
so don't play me.
They can straight up be zombies, man. Like, they nasty. This nasty, ugly animals. I don't get it.
But they chill though. They chill. You know what I'm saying? So they don't. So let's not act like camels don't move. All right.
But seriously though, like when they make a good play, are they gonna put the camel head? Or are they gonna put a hump on the helmet?
Do the Humpty Hump. I'm on to do that. Hey, that's probably what they play when they score. Do the hump.
That would be nice though, man. Came up in there doing the hump. What?
It's your dance, do your dance at the baby. Yeah, come on. Hey, Campbell, give me my royalties.
Listen, that's hot.
Give me my royalties.
That's hot though.
That's
hot. So
that would be fire. That would be fire. That would be fire.
It's your hump day dance. It's your chance. Do the hump. I
do the hump.
Do the hump. I think we done got a hit, bro. I think that's right there.
Yeah, we won't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring Coach on and tell him to do that. He might steal that, but I'm gonna need some royalties about that. Yeah. So Bowling Strike Zone tomorrow, Wednesday at 8. Let's listen, guys. We are trying to get the ONG Strike Zone. See, I said it right. See what I'm promoting? I really be saying it.
Thank you.
We're trying to get the ONG Strike Zone to 100 viewers live. Okay. Listen. If you don't have anything to do, but listen, a lot of you guys have stuff to do. You got piano lessons, you got to cook, you know what I'm saying? Listen, if you're playing bridge, we understand. You don't have to come watch. But if you ain't got nothing else to do, if you ain't got nothing else to do, tune into the Bowling Strike Zone Wednesdays at 8:00. Okay, and make sure you say Scotty sent me. All right, put in the chat. Make sure you say Scotty sent me, because that show's gonna be so hot. You know who gonna watch it?
It's gonna be hotter than fish grease. Believe 365 on Twitter. You can follow me right there.
Yeah, follow my boy Kofi. Believe 365 on Twitter. All right, so make sure you tune into the Blue Bowling Strike and Bowl. Bowling, strike.
ONG Strike Zone, man.
ONG. Why don't y'all just do orange and green? That would just be so much better.
You can't do that because it was too long, and then so there's all kind of little legalities and stuff that we had to kind of go in code mode.
You know I have a problem with the ONG Strike Zone, right? You know what I have a problem with y'all is that y'all are like the pregame show for FAMU. And y'all don't be getting no support. And y'all do twice as much work as them Bamas. Because at least y'all do a show every week. Them Bamas just pop up when they want to pop up. Y'all are dedicated to your craft. FAMUans need to show some more support. Okay? Them Bamas are in there giving 3-hour lectures, and y'all Bamas can't even come and attend the Bowling Strike Zone. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. Just want to make that very clear. But anyway, we about to get up out of here. Until next time, that's my man Kofi. You know who I am. Until next time, you know what we gonna do. We gonna holla. God bless.